Good morning, everybody. It's Bill Provost with Franklin Loan Center. Happy Wednesday to you all. Hey, today I want to talk about something that's come up for me actually a number of times lately, and it's just something that's kind of an easy trap that's also easy to double check, and that is, as I'm calling it, the new construction shell game. And what I'm talking about here is I mean, there is a ton of new construction coming up all over the place, right? And what almost always happens, and by the way, this is good for my friends out there that are in real estate, and then also my people that are thinking about potentially buying a new construction. But what happens is you go, you find a house that you love. Hopefully you bought your real estate agent, so you actually get some level of representation. And hey, what's up, Tony? Thanks for tuning in. But then, so you get signed up, and then they're almost always going to offer you some sort of incentive to use their in-house lender. And in some cases, it's a pretty big number, 1%, 2%, 3% of the purchase price. So it can look really significant. But here's what often happens, and I want to be clear, this doesn't always happen, but I mean, I literally have 3 cases very recently where it did. So it's pretty widespread. And so what happens here is they offer you a lender credit, and at this point you're probably 6+ months away from closing. What's up, Lexi? And so at that point they're able to, if they're giving you estimates, the rates all look really good and everything like that. Where it gets important is when you're like 45, maybe 30 days out from closing. This is when you have got to double check the estimate that you're getting from the lender against an estimate that you can get from double check them against any lender, that your favorite lender out there, hopefully me, versus what the in-house guy for the builder is saying, or gal is saying. And the reason for this is I mean, here's an example that I had just recently with a client. They're being told they're going to get a $9,000 credit. And so what sounded pretty good, right? But then when they got their estimate, what they were getting is an elevated rate, and they were being charged points for that rate, and then they got the credit. So here's how it went, right? So if at the time, I think what would have been a solid rate at the time was 5%. They were giving them, the in-house lender was giving them 5.5%. So at 5.5%, I was able to get almost $5,000 in credits. And then at that 5.5%, they were also charging a fee. Rather than giving credits, they were charging a fee of almost $4,000. Net, it came out exactly the same. But the builder was trying to make it, or the builder's lender, I should say, was trying to make it sound like they were giving some great deal. You're getting all these credits and everything, and take your eye off the ball. That was really going on over here, giving you an elevated rate. So these are the things that you've just got to know that are going on out there. I would say this is probably 1/3 of the time, this is what's going on. And the good news is it's super, super easy to avoid. Great, do the application with the in-house lender, do all that stuff, kind of go through the process. But when you're within, again, 30 to 45 days of closing, that's when you double check their estimate, because at that point they should be sending out really solid estimates and being ready to lock and all that good stuff. That's when you double check them with another lender out there to make sure that they're actually doing you right. So I know these numbers are a little bit confusing. Maybe I'm more than happy to chat with everybody about these anytime. Feel free to give me a call or comment below. But this is a super easy thing to avoid that's going on all over the place. And I will see you next week.